Attention, functional fitness athletes or barbell athletes. Every time you work out, your body is telling you secrets that you can use to then improve your performance. That's right, your body is telling you no evals, no money needs to be spent. Your body's telling you what needs to be done. This series is going to give you an insight to those little tips that your body's already telling you. Your body's telling you secrets, and the secret it's telling you today is that it wants to keep mashed potatoes in the kitchen and out of the gym. What is a mashed potato in a front squat? It's when you're going down and you just lose it forward. So you go to get in that front rack, you go to do your front squat or you're catching a clean, and you get here and you start losing it forward, mashed potatoed. Keep those elbow ups, drive up out of it. We're gonna learn today what is causing the mashed potatoes to come into the gym, specifically in your front squat. You've seen the wrist mobility, lat mobility, hip mobility videos, all available. We want to give you something a little bit different. This is the front rack carry for endurance. Brandy has a kettlebell. She has it up in that front rack position. We're setting a timer and she's going to keep walking around in loops until that elbow starts to drop. When the elbow starts to drop, we're going to stop the stopwatch. She's going to switch to the other side and we're going to compare this side to side. We're looking to see what is her front rack endurance and is there a difference from side to side? If there is, that lets us know that she needs to work on some mid-back conditioning and front rack conditioning to be able to hold that bar a little bit better and not get mashed potatoed. After looking at front rack endurance side to side, we want to start to look at quad strength. We're going to be using this fancy device here to do it, but we'll show you how you can do it at home without that. Why are we looking at quad strength for a front squat or for the front rack? Reason being, you can see as Brandy goes down, she has a nice upright torso and her front rack is staying high, the elbows are up. And then if she has quad weakness, the compensation is the hips will shift back, the chest will come forward. You can already see, no wait, she's getting mashed potato, those elbows are down. So we need to look at the quads and make sure the athlete's not hiding behind a quad weakness because that will compensate into the mashed potato squat fault. So we're gonna come over here, we're gonna line our toe up at 0. Brandy's gonna do a front squat or a single leg squat by pushing this out, seeing what number she gets to. She's gonna bring that slider back and do it again on the other side. The goal is that we have a difference of less than 2 centimeters side to side. Athlete has to keep balance on it for it to be a valid attempt. So go ahead, let's try it one more time. Keep that balance there. If you wanna do this at home, you can use a washcloth on a wooden floor and a tape measure. Push it out, make sure you don't lose your balance, come back, look at those numbers and see, is there a difference side to side? If you pass this, the next thing we'd recommend is doing single leg squats for endurance, side to side, get that objective number, compare them and see if it's less than 10%. It is officially spooky season. Brandy's turning into a zombie. Our third assessment is gonna be a zombie reverse lunge. Why are we using this zombie position? Because it forces Brandy to have to keep a front rack. She can't cheat or compensate by using her wrist. She has to keep a good front rack on her shoulders, a shelf for that weight to sit on. She's using a reverse lunge so that we can see that nice upright torso. If Brandy loses the front rack, that weight would fall forward into the crease of her elbow. So we're gonna do 5 on the right side. She's gonna re-rack, let herself rest until she feels recovered to get back into that zombie front rack position. And she's gonna do 5 reps on her left side. Why are we doing 5 reps on one side versus the other side? We want to see if there's a difference in Brandy's ability to hold this position between those legs. If we find that there is a difference, then she's going to need some training on that one side to improve that front rack. We talked about potatoes. We saw a zombie. What are the takeaways from this video? We want you to not get mashed potatoed in that front rack, and we went through 3 assessments that will help you to prevent that from happening. Quick takeaways. First assessment, we're looking at the kettlebell, carrying it to look at front rack endurance, looking at can you keep a good shoulder position and is your mid-back condition to hold the weight here, comparing that side to side. If there's a difference, we're gonna spend some time just working on that front rack endurance. The second assessment we looked at was looking at the quad stability, and if you did well on that, you would then move into quad endurance. Why were we doing that one? Again, because when you're doing a front squat, we want that torso to stay vertical and not let the hips go back and fall forward, because that is already going to lead you into a mashed potato. Takeaway number 3, that third assessment, was now combining both of those together, the front rack and the quads, by doing a zombie reverse lunge with an actual load. That zombie position allows you to see, can you actually keep a good front rack before you get the fingers incorporated with that. So can you keep that good front rack? And then going back into the lunge, is there an asymmetry between the side that makes it a little bit harder to keep vertical forces, causing your body to want to collapse one side versus the other side? Hoping you enjoy this content. Please share it with a friend that's struggling, that you see getting mashed potatoed at the gym every time they go to do a front squat. Rate, review, leave comments, and don't forget to subscribe.